guys, and welcome to the Igloo, and just changing up to another pace when it comes to a game. I tried World War Z, and yeah, it's pretty meh. Like, it just reminds me of a few other games that are like Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, and again, it's pretty nice when it comes to the PvE side and the cooperative story. It does have a very good appeal. It's very forgiving, especially if you do quick play and you want to like experience like the full story mode. Again, it's pretty nice, but when it comes to the PvP, I've had a few different set issues that are pretty annoying, but they're not on the surface like in the match PvP issues. Like some spawn areas, the maps are really small. I like that there is a horde mechanic in the middle of it so that your whole like map HUD is like blocked out. So they did like this old school kind of Halo design when it comes to this player's over here, so we're gonna highlight it in red. This player's over here, so we're gonna highlight it in red. And again, I like that, but there's a few other things that I'm annoyed about, especially when you are trying to find other players in match. You can't just press escape to like literally get out of the queue that you're in. I don't know if it's server or it's client-side PvP, but it seems pretty botchy. There's a good amount of latency when it comes to like when you're going around a corner and then somebody shoots you. I've been shot probably 6 or 7 times around a corner, so the networking guy is probably going to be on that as well. So again, it's probably also a network issue when it comes to shooting around corners and a few other things when it comes to World War Z. But again, this game's more of a cooperative experience than it is for like playing Team Deathmatch or playing King of the Hill. Most of the time I played was just PvP Deathmatch when it comes to it, with like hordes of zombies in between, because I mean that's what you mainly have in that kind of way. But again, cooperative, really solid game. They had a weird thing when it came to the push to talk, and that was a random key that was near asterisk or something like that. But I would not want to do that. Rebind that to T, even though T is like a ping system or whatever to do. You can't really jump like properly like in most other games. You have to wait until you get to this yellow painted thing on the side. You can't really just jump and move around. Also, a big PvP thing. Like sometimes while I'm moving, I can't crouch immediately, and I may need to press it like maybe 4 or 5, 6 times. It's really annoying, especially for that. And like being so close in your field of view is another big issue when it comes to it. You probably can adjust it in other ways, but at the same time, their default field of view is definitely bad when it comes to like PC side. There is a few other things now. The hitboxes vary from size to size, so I've already noticed that people have already been picking the female characters because they have the smallest hitbox, so they've just been going back and forth. It doesn't matter if it's an assassin weapon, an assault weapon, or whatever, because you have that small hitbox, you are not going to be hit in any way whatsoever. And again, the zombie horde thing, especially for the XP in the middle, is a pretty good indication. So like midway through a round or match or whatever, or in King of the Hill side, I only did, like I said, Team Deathmatch on top of it. I played like probably 15 matches of it, so I kind of got the gist for, especially for Team Deathmatch. Ultimate weapons, probably the rocket launcher is one of the most gnarliest like kill weapons that are in the game. The sniper rifle is really good as well, but pretty much, I just keep AT4ing people in the foot, and then they just insta-die or something like that. The combat shotgun is really good too for the stalker class as well. But again, with me not playing all the classes, it's really weird that you have to have a timer on your third like actual like heavy weapon in category. Whether you keep it or not, then it goes away over time, but you have to build it up again. So it's definitely a different experience when it comes to having a third slot weapon, when it comes to when it slowly diminishes over time. I mean, this could be like ultimates or something like that if you really think about it, but it's just really weird. It has this feel of like The Last of Us, like multiplayer. except for you can't really like duck and cover properly like what The Last of Us does, and getting into there. Same thing with Uncharted. Like it has that feel that it wants to do it, but it doesn't do it, and it doesn't wall hug. It's pretty simple. It's just crouch. That's what you have, is crouch, stand up, shoot. Crouch, stand up, shoot. And I feel that like there's a random spray around when you're firing, especially at longer ranges, unless you have a very articulate weapon when it comes to a long range weapon in that kind of category. Even if you burst fire it, even if you try to control burst fire it with just left mouse, I feel that there's a random spray that we don't know of for it just yet, or it's just like it's just all over the place. But like it doesn't really behave that way. Again, as a cooperative experience, it will probably be like that no matter what. But again, that's just my like impressions and my review of the game, because again, like it seems pretty cool. I like the co-op experience. It definitely sinks me into like, oh shit, there's a lot of hordes, but it's not really super duper hard. But again, I did quick mode. I'm not gonna lie to people. There's probably like maybe different modes that I could definitely experience in this. But again, it reminds me of Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. Like I was even saying in the live stream, oh, that's a boomer. Oh, that's a smoker. Oh, that's a hunter. I was just saying that throughout the whole time because I was just so used to having that kind of experience in that type of game. But if you guys like this kind of like review kind of stuff, please leave a like, leave a comment down below, and have a good one, guys.